Welcome back to another day in The Walking Dead. God, shit. How backpacks. Sleep. Glass boot. Where's the man? My drug shelf.
The traitor bitch has been exploiting tower safe routes, so we are switching things up. Keep her on her toes. Maybe even rid the outskirts of some exiles while we're at it. New stirring schedule below. Georgia.
Let's get some of this shit done first.
Yeah. 100%. Alright. Back in a minute, guys. Yeah. Sure.
Hello? It's Casey.
Are you there?
Yeah, glad to hear your voice. Ready to get started?
Ready as I'll ever be.
It looks like we need to calibrate it before it can be installed. Each of the pumps has different flow requirements, and that component tells...
We should be able to figure this out.
I like that attitude. Okay, on the device, you should see a serial number. Read it to me.
47.
Okay, then tell me the number you see.
Feedback triggered on 55. The numbers turn green.
Okay, good. 55. According to the manual, valve B should be tuned to 28 degrees.
Valve B to 28. Got it.
Perfect. Okay, last valve. One second. There we go. Valve C should be set to 67.
Valve C set. All numbers green.
Awesome. Okay, almost there. Now it says, depress the automatic confirmation mechanism. Looking at the diagram here, it's a big round button. Should be obvious.
All right. I'm willing to take the risk.
Oh, fantastic. You won't... It's been a long... I'm gonna turn this place up. You should get some rest.
Let's do it. Unbelievable again. I was a bit mess of that. And we saw it with quickly.
According to the manual, valve B should be tuned to 28 degrees.
This one's broken it. Looks so safe. Linda.
Hello? It's Casey.
Casey.
Are you there?
Yeah, glad to hear your voice.
Ready as I'll ever be.
Okay, good. So, I found the manual for the pump flow regulator. It looks like we need to calibrate it before it can be... Each of the pumps has different... And that component tells the...
We should be able to figure this.
I like that attitude. Okay, on the device, you should see a serial number. Read it to me.
4730.
Okay, now turn the dial until you get some feedback on valve A. Then tell me the number you see.
Feedback triggered on 55. The numbers turn green.
Okay, good. 55. According to the manual, valve B should be tuned to 28 degrees.
Valve B to 28.
Perfect. Okay, last valve. 1 second, 1 second. There we go. Valve C should be set to 67.
Valve C set.
Awesome. Okay, almost there. Now it says, depress the automatic confirmation mechanism. Looking at the diagram here, it's a big round button. Should be obvious.
All right.
Yes! Okay, we're calibrated. Now you need to install this sucker into the pump. The pump, it's located outside of St. Vincent's Church. Beacon lights will be on to help find it, so that's good. Of course, it'll probably attract walkers, so that sucks. Just be ready. The systems down here will let me know when you've installed the regulator. Oh, and one more thing. A little tip that should make life a bit easier and scavenging more fruitful. You know, we're colleagues now. The broadcasts in the city, and it might be wise to tune. You know, let's, all right. I'll contact you when it's time.
Damn, boy.
Okay.
Nom, nom. I need this. Kommer jag stå på mig annars? That's me. Is there a bit on here? Nope, that pair. Bloody. Oh, hold on a second. There. Yeah.
Time to go. Bang. Bang. Bitches. Six bullets. Shit. I'm still gonna have to use this.
It's not murder. Not group codes, not group codes. We'll just call them murder.
Hey, Casey. You there?
Yeah, always here. Always thinking. My mind is always swirling with something these days.
Hey, Casey. You there? Hey, Casey. You there?
Yeah, always here. Always thinking. My mind is always swirling with something these days. It's impossible to shut it down.
Doesn't make sense to get all worked up. If you want to survive, you need to focus. Steady your mind.
Yeah, well, I guess. But, you know, hey, this morning I realized something. I can't even remember the last time I saw the sky. It's been a while, at least that much I know. Months. Wish I would have paid more attention. You ever been to the Badlands up in South Dakota?
Nope.
Never been.
Oh, that's a shame. Like another planet. My mom used to drive me through there every summer on the way to see my uncle. The night sky was so bright. So many stars, like a dome overhead. Crystal clear view of the cosmos. That put a lot of things in perspective for me back when I really needed it. How insignificant we really are in the grand scheme of things. How my troubles, no matter how big they may seem, really don't mean squat. I mean, well, what are troubles anyway, huh? The universe doesn't know the meaning of the word. I wish I had that Badlands sky overhead right about now. You know, the first thing I'm gonna do when free is head back north. I think I've had enough of swamp life.
You mentioned your mom and your uncle.
But my uncle died a while ago. I miss him a ton. We were friends. I looked up to him. I never really knew my dad, so... yeah, he kind of stepped in. When he could. My mom and I, we didn't always get along. No clue what happened to my mom, actually. She never thought too much of me. Didn't think I'd ever amount to anything. The verdict is still out, I suppose.
How did your uncle die?
Cancer. Look, tourist, I've had enough of the therapy session. I don't feel like talking anymore. I'm gonna go put my head down for a bit. I'll talk to you soon. You around?
I'm here, Casey. What's up?
I've located another flow regulator. We need it to repair the second pump, and guess what? I woke up this morning with water up to my ankles, so that sucks. Time is slipping away from me faster than I expected.
Hope you took swimming lessons as a kid.
You're a real comedian, tourist. If you're through with the jokes and feel like helping out a guy staring down a cold, creeping death, the regulator is in Bywater, blue-collar part of town. The regulator is in Bywater, blue-collar part of town. There are warehouses, auto repair shops, small homes shoved in where possible. There's a huge lumber yard there, too. From what I heard through tower radio chatter, a bunch of valuable machinery was discovered in a storeroom. No specifics, though. You're gonna have to poke around. Oh, and I looked into the key you mentioned. I hate to say it, but we need it. Only way to access the final pump station. So you should keep things cool with May for the time being.
What do you think of May?
Well, it's hard to tell. The tower is really going after her. Spreading all kinds of unflattering words, but I don't trust much coming from them. I guess the verdict on May is still out for me. What about you?
I don't have a clue. Hard to get a read on her. Not sure she can be trusted, but she hasn't proven otherwise either.
I guess we just wait and see. And hey, I want you to know how much I appreciate what you're doing for me. It's nice to know someone has my back for once. Beginning to believe I actually might survive this. There was a time when, never mind. I'm trying to keep the dark thoughts out.
Dark thoughts can give you the edge you need to survive. Remember that.
I guess. Not a fan, though. I prefer sleep. Just hit me up when you've snagged the pump part from Bywater. I'll do my best to stay dry in the meantime. Might try to elevate my cot a few feet so I don't wake up floating. Talk to you soon, tourist. Stay safe up there.
Please, we have to keep our voices down. I'm in a bind and I need a third party to set some wheels in motion. Someone unaligned. Nothing shady, I swear.
You've got my attention. What do you need?
Meet me on the opposite side of this building. Can't risk being overheard or seen.
No problema.
Lower the weapon! Right now!
You made it. My space, my rules. Back off. You quit it, asshole. You made it. And I was happy then. Really. But there are some things I saw that didn't sit right with me. So I spoke my mind. My boyfriend warned me, but I didn't listen. I thought I could get through to these people, but whatever. Long story short, they kicked my ass out. I connected with the Reclaimed out of necessity to survive. But I don't belong with them. I belong with Justin. He and I, we need to put all this tower and Reclaim bullshit behind us. We need to make our own way.
Seems like you know what you need to do. What do you need me for?
I need to reconnect with Justin. And then we need to get the fuck out of this hell. I've written Justin a letter. Lays out my plan for us to reunite, then jet. You play poster worker. Get him the letter. Then we can talk reward. Time is working against us. I'm afraid one of us might bite it before we see each other again. Tower and Reclaim don't exactly get along, as I'm sure you know. Fuck you, corpse! Hey, asshole. Look, don't touch.
All right.
You're back. Great. I've written Justin a letter. Lays out my plan. You play poster. Time is working against. I'm afraid one of us might bite it before Tower and Reclaim. You can see the delay. If the guy who runs by... That's it for me. Walker. Justin is stationed with Tom's lumberyard. He might accidentally kill each other.
Don't worry.
I ain't a charity case, and I like here's what I have to offer. Industrial shit galore warehouse next to this auto shop with places infested with water. But there is a way you can slip right on past. I stashed the key to... Here's the letter. Meet me back here after the letter's been delivered. My love, I'm sure Justin time will is scribble now. a reply. It's been He's weeks not since quite we the last poet spoke. I am, but what I if we still never love hold each other
What
again?
for me? Eyes up for more! Like the way you walk. These things just keep coming!
Finish it quick! Good place to start a community. Fortified, secure. We can lock ourselves in. But then I was like, sleeping in the cell would freak me out.
Stupid showing your face around here.
Hey, asshole. Put the weapon away. These things just keep coming! Walker in sight. Finish it, quick! The sound of cracking skull.
Devon, this is crazy. We can't continue to risk our lives like this. I am safe, and I want to stay safe. You should do the same.
What are you doing around
I
here?
love you.
You need
I will
something?
not jeopardize my life. You know I am Ray. Let me go. Take care of yourself. Goodbye, Justin.
I'm looking for Justin. Need to deliver something. That you?
Yeah, I'm Justin. What do you have?
I have a letter for you from Devon. If you want it, I expect a fair trade.
You're a real piece of work. Fine. I have some medicine I can spare. Is that a fair trade?
Doesn't seem fair to me. Sweeten the deal, then you'll get your letter.
Fine. I'll toss in some food too, but that's it. All I got. Now give me the letter. You got a death wish? Lose the weapon.
I'm all ears.
Like I was saying. One more thing. I need my response delivered to Devon. You've already bled me dry, so I'm hoping you'll play Cupid this last time out of the kindness of your heart. Hi, Devon. First off, miss you. Second, I believe in us. If we die together. Our old oak, I will be there, I promise. You're right. Fuck these fools. Our time is now. Love you to the moon. Justin. That weapon's...
I dare you. If you enjoy living, you'll put that weapon away. Don't be stupid. Put the weapon down.
You made it back. God, I hope.
Abolition.
Here it is.
Hey, asshole.
Walk around me! Eyes up for more!
Don't.
Let's take this asshole down! These... Tired of your shit, tourist!
Finish it, quick!
What you want?
I've got some information that you might be interested in.
Is that so? I suppose you want something for this info, too.
Throw me a bone and it's yours.
Well, I ain't giving you shit. Beat it, jackass. Is that so? I suppose you want something for this info, too.
This info is free, but only because you're such an amiable guy.
Ooh, spill it already? Like I ain't got nothing better to do than listen to your clowning?
One of your soldiers, Devon, he's maintaining contact with the tower patrol at the lumberyard. His boyfriend, Justin, to be precise. Who knows what he's been telling him?
That's sneaky shit. That's it for him. He's dead. I'll gut him myself. Fucking shame. You know, he seemed like a solid kid. Fucking tower, he got their claws in his mind too deep. Not even JB could pry him loose.
Don't you have anything better to do than annoy me with your face? certain you'll put that weapon away? That weapon stays out, we're gonna have a problem.
Shoot.
Lower the weapon, right now!
What the fuck, Grabby?
Some people just don't realize what a scumbag they are!
Not a word for you, tourist. You messed up starting shit with us.
There you are.
First decapitation.
Beep, 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 beep.
Good.
So, right, God, this is gonna end this episode. And that's a good game, TV box, and Swizzy 55. I've completed it twice. Well, completed it twice. I know it's a good game. Didn't know. We had 2 views today. In TB box, you got rid of your PS4, and you need to also buy a PSVR. Dude, I wanted 2 viewers. This is a massive golf, you know. 2 viewers on live stream.
Casey, come in.
Hello. Yes, I'm here. Manual open to the appropriate page. You ready?
Let's do this.
Great. Let's start with the serial number again. Then I can calculate the flow requirement settings, just like the first time through this.
562-793-6-42.
Okay, let me look at these charts a second. So, here we go. Got it. Set valve A to 26.
Valve A set to 26. Number's green.
Okay, good. Valve B with A at 26 should be set at 39. Valve B to 39.
Valve B to 39. Set. Two numbers green, A and B.
Perfect. Okay, last valve. 1 second, 1 second. There we go. Valve C should be set to 67.
Again.
Valve C set. All numbers green. Now the button, right?
Yeah, press the round button and we'll be calibrated. When this is all over, we should start a plumbing business, huh? The bunker buds.
Sounds like a plan. But the name needs work. Tourist and the Lip Flapper Inc. That's catchy.
Frickin' tourist. Anyways, this regulator needs to be installed in another pump near St. Vincent's. Same routine with the beacon light. It'll be on, so be ready for walkers skulking about. Now once it's installed and you're back at the radio, let's touch base. Good luck. Gonna spend the rest of my day figuring out how to prevent the floodwater from shorting out my radio. I'll talk to you soon.
Alright. I've got a deal for you, Joy. If you're honest for the rest of my life, you come over to Mum. Yeah. And play it. But only be nice, otherwise you'll get this bad boy. Look at this bad boy. Sweet. Trick minute. I'm thinking this right. If you ever come over and stop at mine, Troy, I'll have a go. Can't let I decapitate most of the zombies. That sounds like a plan. Oh well, time to shoot some bell.
Maybe it's a malfunction. Shit. Something's going Some people just don't realize what a bag they are!
Wow, just trying to get on my work. Bloody. And be nice means no kicking me in my big ball or anything. No picking on me. So if I'm gonna pick on me, I'll mind you. I really want you to enjoy it. Nice experience with it. He's using his skulls. Is it? I ain't get that back. He's using how long it took to come down. Ready? Straight up. Straight up. That's straight up. I heard that come down. Guys, where did that out go? Let's do it again. Let's see if we'll find any of them. Found one. I found one. I found one. I'm good at this game. Is it? Actually, I can. Mira, I didn't underrated that. He got to jack it off. Don't you know jack it off? He got to jack it off. Jack it off. Do jack it off. Jack it off. He got to jack it off. Don't you know jack it off? He got to jack it off. Look at this. Bad. Look. That. Don't you know jack it off? You got to jack it off. Don't you know jack it off? You got to jack it off. Don't you know jack it off? And 12 you build for it, maybe it's expensive. It's crazy.
Hey, Casey. Feel like bullshitting for a minute?
Yeah, sure. I ain't going nowhere. I can put this book down. Lord knows I've read it enough times already.
You can read?
I'm
shocked.
Hardy fucking har, tourist. Yes, I can read. The only book down here besides instruction manuals is this hardcore physics book called Hollow Reel. No clue who left it. I must have read it cover to cover a dozen times already, and it still blows my mind. I mean, the whole book is about this theory that the entire universe, like reality itself, is nothing more than a hologram being projected on the surface of a black hole. It sounds fucking nuts, but the math supports it, I guess. I'm trying to wrap my head around it all, but science is not really my strong suit. What about you? You a reader?
I've read a few books in my day.
Oh, sure. What kind of books do you like?
I'm a sci-fi nerd.
Well, that's cool, I guess.
Tick-Tock Thief. Can't recommend it enough. A woman slips through a slice in time, realizes she has to murder her future self in order to return to reality. And if she can't, she will fade from existence. Amazing.
Yeah, it sounds great, tourist. Well, on that note, I'm gonna go do some exercises. I gotta keep limber. I mean, it's so damp and cramped down here, my body's getting real stiff. It feels like I'm fucking 80 years old. Hey, thanks for the diversion, tourist. It's nice to be reminded sometimes that we're still human beings in the middle of all this shit. Talk to you soon.
Time to drink my ass to sleep. Yes. London. That means we could kill people. let me start about that.
Hey, tourist. There's something you need to understand. Perspective. The tower executed my husband. Cold blood. Take the walk, they call it. Rooftop march right over the edge. 45 stories. The whole rotten collective gathered to witness the plunge. Even people we considered dear friends. Carmen, Micah, Todd, and Silver. They stood there, watched, and said nothing. Erie was no cannibal. Georgia just wanted him gone. It was only a matter of time before I was next. Then Umbra. You question anything Georgia does, she will manufacture whatever she can to turn the tower against you. She's got everyone afraid. So I got my hands on something they desperately need. A reserve key. And we got out of there. I searched high and low for the door, but it became obvious real quick. Better chance to find the lair of the Rougarou than this godforsaken reserve. I'm through with the search. Let everyone else kill each other over it. The key is just insurance for me at this point. Bargaining chip. In case Umbra ever gets captured. Not interested in brokering any other deals for it. That's as direct as I can be. As far as the next cache is concerned, keep your eyes peeled for marked up maps. Showing pockets where the walker population isn't so dense. Might be the only safe spaces in New Orleans. That's all I'm after right now. Rest of the cache is yours. Meds, ammo, food, maybe even a few surprises. Definitely enough to keep a pro scavenger happy.
Dang it. Oh,
May.
damn road. Man, what the no. I got this point in the day this time. Me, I'm not sure. Like, assassin. Alright, who wants to go next? These two motherfuckers can eat first.
Glad someone took his ass out.
Nobody ought to did it.
You must be. It's just gonna piss me off even more. Chicken.
Bitch. You don't see me.
Then I was like, sleeping in a cell would freak me out.
Fuck with us? They get away with it?
Gonna find you eventually.
Where'd you go? I've got some trouble over here. People gonna be pleased when I arrest you. It's your time to die, asshole.
These things just keep coming.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
It's your time to die, asshole.
Rat, roll back in this hole.
Hey, asshole. Put the weapon up. Come out, you coward.
I've gone through this whole level with low health. I'm bored. Everyone. Everything. Boy, I want to stop fucking down. Cunt. Yeah. Shot him in his jaw. so vulgar. So beautiful. So beautiful. You've got to be a very good boy, Troy. I have to work with this bitch and sit with Loki. Motherfucking face. It's fast.
This map is all the proof we need. Clear to me that justice was served. Gary and Adele's denial don't outweigh Steve coughing it all up, including the map. And frankly, I don't give a shit who was the mastermind. I stand behind pinning it on Gary, but they all earned the walk. Human hunting grounds. Twisted fuckers. Let all this tick stuff go. We took care of it. Big picture focus from now on. Georgia.
Troy's what does that fucking do? Sting. Fart-wise. Scruffy pig. I'm just joking.
You there?
Yeah. What is it?
Something's really been bugging me. I'm wondering if you could dig up some answers.
I'm game. What do you need dug up?
I need some information on what happened to the people who were in the reserve with me. The other members of my squad. When the water pressure was getting too much for the bunker to handle, sections of it started to lock down. We analyzed the systems and we were able to pinpoint the issue. They went off to fix it and left me behind in the reserve. But then the whole place locked down, trapping me inside. I tried to reach them by radio, but I got no response. I need to know what happened to them after they left.
Where did they need to go to fix the problem?
Near Rampart High School. Honestly, what happened to my friend Kenneth is what concerns me the most. We were close. The other three didn't see eye to eye.
Tell me about your friend Kenneth.
He was like a big out of their fucking minds.
What's the point you're trying to make, Casey?
They made a fucked up decision, okay? Kenneth and I were not cool with it, but they did it anyway. Let's just leave it at that. I'm not in the mood to get into it. Past is the fucking past. If you wander over to Rampart High, maybe you can dig something up. the gym is probably the best place to start. There was a disaster relief camp there that they were going to search. Find out if Kenneth made it. That's all I'm asking. Maybe it'll help me sleep better. Maybe not. I'll keep my ears peeled for what we need in the meantime.
Basically, because you can kill him straight away, because you're going to have to kill him anyway. And we're going to have to sit there. Listen to him, remember that bull. Shit. That's all. That is all.
Is your name Kenneth?
Yeah. How do you know my name?
I know about the bunker. Been talking with someone inside. He mentioned you. Said you were out here trying to fix things.
Casey's alive, huh? That's good to hear. I didn't give him much chance, honestly. Thought he'd have blown his brains out by now, or shriveled away to nothing. Guess I underestimated him. If you make it back to him, tell him these few things for me. Tell him he's a good guy. The guilt, it's not his. Tell him to let it all go. What happened at the bunker? He needs to wipe his brain clean. Tell him Kenneth said things right. Killed Trent, Jess, and Foster. Okay? You need to write it down or something?
I'll remember everything. Don't worry. But I am curious. What happened at the bunker?
Fuck it. Civilians trying to... When all the shit with the dead walking started to go down.
fucking head. It's like, come on, I fucking hole. I believe it's great.
You there, Casey? I'm back.
Hey, tourist. Did you discover anything?
All your squad mates are dead. Kenneth killed them.
Holy shit. How do you know?
I stumbled onto Kenneth. He told me what he did and why he did it.
Kenneth is alive? Where is he? Can I talk to him?
He wasn't gonna make it. He begged me to put him out of his misery. So I did.
Oh. Well, I'm sure you did what was right. Tourist. Shit. Rest in peace, Kenny. My friend. What did he tell you?
He wanted me to tell you something. You want to know what he said?
Yes, of course. What did he say?
He said you're a good guy. Not to feel guilt about what happened outside the bunker. To let the massacre go. He told me all about it. From his perspective. But I am curious about yours.
Well, if he told you what happened, why do you need to hear it from me? You know what you need to know, right? And you've told me my friend is dead, so we can move on, yeah?
We move on after you tell me your side of the story.
All right, hard-ass. You want to hear what happened? Fine. There was a massacre. 36 people, at least. Civilians. Right at the reserve entrance. Innocent people that we should have been protecting. I should have done something to stop it, but I didn't. I stood there. A coward. And now I don't sleep. I have a nervous twitch in my right hand that gets more pronounced every day, and the guilt is like a 10-ton weight crushing my chest. Are you satisfied now?
No, not satisfied. There's more to tell, and you're not telling it. You can't sleep, you're twitching, you're racked with guilt. Why?
Okay, quit badgering me, please. I'll talk, just give me a second to gather my thoughts. It's all fucking foggy. The whole thing escalated really fast. The first bullet was Foster. I wanted to scream no, but it's like I just left my body. Everything after that moment, it's like a nightmare. Jess and Trent started firing. Jess, she was smiling. Kenneth hesitated. He looked right through me, like he expected me to have his back. But I did nothing. So he started firing. After that, all I've been able to retain are weird details. Oh, the sounds, a hat, a cross. Man, sometimes when I'm here lying, trying to sleep, I can actually feel my fingers shaking on the trigger of my rifle, even though I haven't touched the thing since the day it happened.
You mentioned a hat. What hat?
There was this old man, shielding his wife. He had on this bright blue fishing hat, and I watched a flurry of bullets rip it right off in this spray of blood and skull. And this fucking hat, I swear to God, it's the exact same hat my uncle used to wear. And the bullets drove it into the wall, and it hung there for a second, dripping. And then it flopped onto the floor. The image, I can't get it out of my head. I'm worried it'll be there forever. And I keep thinking, was it me? Did I shoot those bullets?
Best to assume the worst, Casey.
That's exactly right, tourist. And I can't fucking deal with that.
Get it out of your head or drown it all out with something else. We don't have the time or the energy for a pity party, Casey.
Sorry, I don't know if I can turn it off. Not everyone is like you.
Own it. Swallow it. Whatever you need to do for yourself so you can move the fuck on. There are certain realities at play in this swamp. Accepting them is the difference between life and death. If you want me to stick around, I need you to get your shit together.
Easier said than done, tourist. But I get your point. I suppose the guilt is nothing compared to the knee-deep water that keeps on rising in here. And at least I can take comfort in the fact that there's only one version of the truth left. And it belongs to me, I guess, whatever life I have left. The truth will either kill me or set me free.
The choice is yours to make, Casey.
Thanks. Look, tourist. This little chat, it's worn me the fuck out. And I've got rewiring to do to keep from getting electrocuted next time I use this radio. Not that it really fucking matters. Doubtful I'm getting out of here alive. Without that key that has everyone riled up, this is all a waste of time. I'm gonna go. I'll talk to you later, I guess.
Oh yeah. He's calling.
My husband was innocent. I don't give a damn what was on that map. Doesn't prove a thing. Georgia has such a stranglehold on the tower. She'd say the sky was green and made of jello, then everybody behind the wall would nod, smile, and get out their spoons. Not me, and not my daughter. I'm going to prove to Umbra that we can rise above it all, that we can remain in truth. Which brings me to a confession, tourist. I didn't tell the full story of how I got the reserve key. Umbra called me out for omitting a critical detail. I am raising the kid right, I guess. To get the key, I had to hurt someone real bad. A dear friend. I almost killed her. In the moment, it felt like the right thing to do. No question. But I regained my senses for my daughter.
that's the end of this episode here. Right in this episode. I'll see you all tomorrow.